Alright, I think I'm recording now. Okay, so hey, hello everyone. I am Francisco, they call me Maki or Sushi Atelier. And as you know, I'm testing some stuff. First, because I want to improve my English, but second, because it's kind of fun do these things. So I want to show you something I just did. This is this is a painting of Nimi Nightmare. Again, I'm kind of a fan now. So I did this painting, but something happened and I basically collapsed all my effects and stuff. So thankfully I was mostly finished, but yeah, this is the final result. And as such, I also lost part of the recording too. So we'll go through the recording I just did, because as you can see, the earliest layer I have here is this one, which was a bit advanced by now. So let's go through the recording that I had, and let's go through it. So first I began, as you can see, playing with shapes, see what could work stuff, and as I was painting I made the canvas bigger to fit the girl. And when I was comfortable with this one, I lowered the opacity and began a sketch on top of it. And this is what you can see here. I usually like to draw everything below the dress so I can have the proportions more or less correctly. I don't know if you heard this, but the firefighters are outside my house. So yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was about time to begin recording. But yeah, after I finished the sketch, I put some colors below and basically figured out the vibe of the picture. And yeah, and little by little I began to paint everything by a bit. Everything very blurry, so I don't focus too much into details yet. Well, in the end, I didn't render the background very much, because the main focus was the girl, was Nimi. So I kept painting, went back and forth, and and yeah, this is a relatively new way I began to paint. The first one was a girl I posted like 2 videos ago. So I'm still trying to figure it out what works and what doesn't. But it's I really like the freedom it gives me, since I don't feel restrained by layers, by clipping masks, by stuff. It's just a very organic way to paint. I really like that. So we finished the video, so I will go through some sort of step-by-step layers. So in this point, I had the sketch on top of it, but I lost it because I collapsed everything. Duh. So, and at this point, I have the sketch on top to have a reference, to not go too far or too little, and I'm kept polishing the piece. As you can see, I began to focus on the girl first, her face, since this is the point I want to focus more. And I began to add some very broad brush strokes to give it a more painterly feeling. and then refine, and refine. This step is very, I will say mechanical, but deliberate, because every stroke I make I try to every stroke I make has a purpose. So that's what I keep doing. As you can see, there are some white marks here. That's because at the end I decided to wire the pictures to match a more like a widescreen ratio. But yeah, I kept adding details, some effects. I probably went a bit too far on some of these, and at the end I pushed the colors further and add some crazy textures on top of it, and this is the final result. Personally, I think it looks too blurry. If I could start again, I will switch from a blurry brush to a more defined one. So I don't. If I squint my eyes, I can see the shapes kind of working, but looking at it, how can I say it? Well, it looks blurry, basically, and that's on me. I also think I messed up with the ghost kind of things, because I think it distracts the eye. If I could start again, I will make it more subtle, maybe more lower the opacity of that layer. But yeah, in the end, this is a piece I made for fun. I didn't plan to make something too grandiose. I was just having fun, and in that regard, I fulfill my objective. Sorry if my English sounds a bit wrong. I'm struggling to find the words, to express myself. But yeah, this is the Nimi nightmare picture. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit so you can see the full picture here. There. I don't know if the compression will make it justice, but I added some paper texture on top of it. You can see the before. Even if the face is visible, it's not very defined. There is a ton of lost edges and stuff, and that's what I like about this type of rendering, because I just painted at around this size, so I don't get lost in the details. I didn't went too zoomed in like this to paint. No, I kept my distance and chipped away little by little. But yeah, this is the picture. I probably post the final one bigger so you can see better. But yeah, this is a very improvised record, but hope you like it. Bye bye.